I call Maureen Pugh.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My pleasure to stand in support of the Films, Videos and Publications Classification Interim Restriction Orders Classification Amendment Bill tonight in its first reading in the House. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. This bill seeks to amend the Films, Videos and Publications Classification Act of 1993 by providing the High Court and the President of the Film and Literature Board of Review with some flexibility around making interim restriction orders. Mr. Speaker, the situation arose, as we've heard already tonight, when the book Into the River found itself banned completely for 6 weeks after going around the circus of review and restriction, review and restriction. So this is a very simple amendment, Mr. Speaker. And the current system, unfortunately, is extremely black and white, like a good old movie. And coming to the rescue like a great hero in a black and white movie is Chris Bishop. Mr. Speaker, he's recognised the simple amendment that's needed just to bring some common sense into the system. He's ridden in on his white steed and he's got the solution for us all. The only option currently available, Mr. Speaker, is to completely ban a publication or to leave it unrestricted. There is no discretion available. So this bill provides for applying classifications which could restrict the publication based on age or a particular class of people, such as M, which is suitable for mature audiences, or perhaps R14, which of course is restricted to those aged 14 and over. Mr. Speaker, this simple amendment gives the President of the Film and Literature Board of Review a couple of practical tools in the available toolkit so that common sense can prevail, and thereby avoiding the situation that found the book Into the River completely banned for a 6-week period. I look forward to this bill making its way through to the Justice and Electoral Select Committee, Mr. Speaker, and that will be ably overseen by its chair, Jackie Dean. I congratulate my colleague, Mr. Chris Bishop, on his initiative in recognising the need for this bill to come to this House. Mr. Speaker, I'll just mention very briefly the clauses that will be inserted, and this will be a new section 49A, and that will allow the President of the Board to restrict availability to a particular age or class of person or for a particular purpose. And Clause 5 will insert a new section 67A to allow the High Court, when making an interim restriction order on appeal, to restrict availability to a particular age or class of person or for a particular purpose. Mr. Speaker, sometimes, as we've seen in this House, it just takes a little bit of common sense to bring around some very workable legislation. It's very easy for us to sometimes put it in the too hard basket, but my friend and colleague, the able Chris Bishop, has used this opportunity to bring this legislation into the House. And I have great pleasure, sir, in supporting him and commending this bill to the House.